Hello, YouTube. It's Black Tiger Miner here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. So, there's a lot of interesting things happening with Cardano lately. And I had my Cardano shirt on yesterday, and then I worked out in it, so it's wet. So, I wish I would have waited till today so I can have it on for this video. But we got a lot of Cardano news to dive into. One being SpaceX and the Starlink connection to Elon Musk. We'll get to that in a minute. But don't forget to join the Black Tiger Miner Twitter channel to stay up to date with new news, especially for Cardano or KASPA or any other large cryptocurrency or altcoins that you should be invested in. And this is not financial advice. This is just me telling you guys what would be a good investment or something to research. And also, don't forget the Patreon page. And I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. Since I became rich in cryptocurrency, I realized crypto is the future because I invested 15K to 20K as weekly profit. I appreciate your help, the help of your channel. So shout out to the user there that's actually getting some useful information from the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. But moving forward, let's get to the business. Let's get to the news. So this is Cardano ADA. Several states contacted the Cardano Foundation asking for help to build a transparent and secure voting system. Some big media is deliberating, ignoring the news because of concerns. U.S. approaches Cardano for developing blockchain voting systems. So this is big news. If the U.S. is actually going to start using cryptocurrency to help secure the voting, right? So let me know what you guys think about that. We're operating central system. Sorry, Cardano, the world's next financial operating system, and I'll let you read that. I'm not going to go into that myself. And this is Altcoin Daily. List your top 3 Cardano coins. So let's see what we have here real quick. And I'm actually new to Cardano tokens. So these are Lenny, Indy, IGA, Scupi, NWM. Percent today. Market cap is 20.3 billion. 24-hour trading volume is 472 million. Let's see here. I guess they don't have the lows and highs, but we'll keep an eye on that as well as this news starts to trickle out. Look at the crypto bubble real quick. Lithium is running like crazy. I'm going to make an Lithium video next. Just want to get this Cardano video out because we also support Cardano. And I added to Discord. I need to start updating Discord. I've been not actually on it for real, but we'll get to that. Okay, so the news. Starlink increases hardware by 112% in Nigeria. Elon Musk's internet service, Starlink, has increased its price by 112% in Nigeria. Starlink internet routers, which was being sold for N387 until it goes to N800,000. However, the monthly subscription internet remains unchanged at N38,000 per month. I'm not even sure what this N means, but it must be a Nigerian currency, I guess. Starlink is gaining traction in Nigeria. And let's click to this first video. Let me see, which video was this? Actually, this video. I don't know how I skipped over this, but literally, Ethereum, your boys, your Buka, that fool Vitalik is trying to take Cardano and use it in their staking process. Although you guys know I'm not real big on staking, but let's click to this video real quick.
Show you guys a video that's been going viral in the Cardano ecosystem where the Cardano ecosystem is basically claiming that Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, is actually repeating
Your
and
man, Vitalik, and Ethereum, your boys, your folks.
copying the technology that Cardano not only implemented and created, but is currently using. This is the CryptoVisor podcast. We talk about everything crypto, blockchain, and investing every single day of the year. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Give the video a free thumbs up, and let's get into today's topic. So Vitalik's revamped Ethereum staking would include delegation and remove slashing. He even describes other blockchains that do this without naming them, of course. Now, this user on X posted the video that we're going to watch, and effectively, they're basically saying that Ethereum is copying the Cardano technology. Now, obviously, other blockchains use the same type of technology of delegating or no slashing, and the coins never leave your wallet. Like, there's a few different ways that crypto ecosystems do staking and the user experience for the staking ecosystems. And so Cardano obviously believes theirs is superior. I personally, when I'm looking at overall crypto staking experiences, Cardano's is the most effective, the easiest, and the least kind of anxiety ridden. I was just recently looking at a cryptocurrency that has staking recently, and they have a 10-day waiting period when you want to withdraw your coins from the staking ecosystem, which is, I mean, that's a very long time. And so anything can go wrong on the network in that time, and not having liquid coins, not having the coins be able to just be sold instantly or transferred to another wallet instantly, that puts your money at risk. And the whole slashing situation in Ethereum has been widely criticized by users and developers, saying that it's not effective, it's not efficient. Anyway, so let's get into it. So basically, Vitalik Buterin describes what the Cardano ecosystem is saying Cardano with the staking. So let's listen in.
There are a lot of blockchains that do use unslashable staking, and proponents of these blockchains often, say things like, oh, if you don't have slashing, then basically, your staked assets continue to become liquid. Anyone can stake, though, like there are a lot of financial centralization pressures end up disappearing. And like actually, what you gain by economic finality might be, they say is less than what you lose by like the financial centralization, and that comes with the slashable approach, right? And so the idea here is basically, well, let's like have both, right? Let's like explicitly have a heavy pool and a light pool, and require both of them to sign off on a block. So realistically, if you do if you do light staking, a lot of people are going to delegate, right? And if you delegate, then a big question is, who do you delegate to, right? And is this a responsibility for decentralized pools? Might this be a responsibility for solo stakers? Solo stakers could have public reputations. People could delegate to individual solo stakers.
And so there you have it. You hear it directly from Vitalik, right? They want to move away from this very complex staking ecosystem, because at the end of the day, Ethereum is a legacy blockchain. Cardano is also a legacy blockchain, meaning it's not even in the most recent generation of blockchains, right? So it is a legacy blockchain, but again, the staking ecosystem is seamless, and you will get more people to stake because there's less risk involved. There's no lockup of the coins. It's completely liquid. I have it in another video that I'm going to be releasing, but effectively, there was this post online where somebody was saying that they sold all of their properties. They had something like 500 properties or something like that. They sold all of them about 4 years ago and just bought Bitcoin because it's completely liquid. The price does move, but you're in a liquid asset, right? I hear this from real estate investors all the time. They say real estate is the best investment ever. Now, there are a lot of benefits, right? You can take a loan out on your property if it's paid in full, or you have equity still in it. And that's basically non-taxable loan, right? And so that you can make more money with it and then pay that off or whatever. So there's a lot of benefits that you can use property for, but property is not liquid. Property is not free to handle, right? If you own a property, especially if you're renting the property, you have to pay for overhead. You have to pay for expenses to fix things. You have to pay for insurance, property tax, all of this. In crypto, you don't have any of that. But investors want access to their coins at any point. And having lockup periods definitely significantly inhibits their ability to be one of the best staking ecosystems around. And that's where Cardano really does shine. Now, Charles Hoskinson, responded to that post saying, "Oh, come on," with Jim Carrey. Now, going into our headline story, 1.3 billion ADA have been moved by a mysterious wallet on the Cardano blockchain. And in today's video, we're going to try to figure out which entity owns all of this ADA. So this user on X said yesterday, this big Cardano transaction moved.
Video in the description, and you can check out the whole part about the Cardano and the whale moving the information or moving the tokens. But I just wanted to get that information out about Ethereum, your boys, your folks.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Trying to use the or steal the code or the process that Cardano used for staking. I just wanted to make sure I got that out. And moving forward, this is hold on. This is DApp Central, and I do support DApp Central. And I used to make a lot of Cardano videos. Then I got fully involved in KASPA, but now we need to diversify because the bull run's coming, and I want to get you guys information of several different cryptocurrencies. And let's see what DApp Central is saying about Cardano.
Between how deep the ties run when it comes to Worldmobile and SpaceX, which is famously run by Elon Musk. Now, SpaceX has a couple of deals with NASA and I believe the US government. As a part of today's video, I want to talk about the aerostat operations when it comes to Worldmobile, given the fact that they've just launched their first ever aerostat in the continent of Africa. And on the heels of that, there's been a tease surrounding an additional launch, which I think the community has honed in on. Now, I cannot continue any further without giving credit where it's due. Shout out to ADA8, who's been a huge contributor here when it comes to gathering and putting together all this information for the Cardano community. So make sure to go ahead and give him a follow here. I'm going to be touching on a lot of his comment and a lot of his content that he's released over the course of the past couple of hours surrounding the relationship with SpaceX and the Worldmobile project. Jumping in, I want to quickly lay the foundation here. If you guys aren't familiar with Guy from Coin Bureau, he runs arguably the largest YouTube channel with over 2.4 or 2.5 million subscribers. If you haven't already run across, stands for decentralized physical infrastructure, which is literally where Worldmobile falls. Again, their mission is to connect the unconnected with their global sharing economy, and they've rolled out a couple of products already. We've seen their eSIM product already come out and it's now live. We just saw them releasing the first batch of Air nodes, which will allow for seamless interconnectivity in areas where Air nodes are deployed. In addition, we just got the release of the broadband service being run by the Worldmobile network. So this team is really hitting this hard. They've been in this space for a while. They did kick things off as a Cardano native project, but they're
And that's what we were reading earlier about the World Link and Elon Musk and
now
Cardano.
expanding with their token launching and being integrated into the Ethereum network as well as BNB. Most notably, just as of late, we saw them using the Cosmos SDK for their AYA network, which will be their own network, which will process all the transactions from users, and that'll be verified by Earth node operators. Now, I say all that to lay down the foundation here before I jump into ADA Ape's post. The fact that someone like Guy from Coin Bureau has on his radar when it comes to the deep pin narrative, the World Mobile project. So I'm going to kick things off here with a brief video, and then we're going to jump into the thread, which was just released by ADA Ape.
One I'll say that's on my watch list is Worldmobile token.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, another deep in play. This is one of the biggest projects on Cardano. So deep in Cardano, obviously big community, big projects, big community for Cardano and for Worldmobile.
Very strong community, yes.
Yeah, very strong, very
strong-willed
forthright
community. Exactly, yes.
And Jessica is actually doing an AMA with those guys at some point soon on Discord. So keep a lookout for that.
So you guys heard it there. Guy watching out when it comes to World Mobile. Of course, again, this guy deals with hundreds, if not thousands of projects. The fact that World Mobile is able to stand out, I think needs to be taken very seriously. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into ADA Ape's thread. This is a humongously long thread, if that's a word. But I want to quickly touch on some key pieces here, really breaking down the connection between the relationship with SpaceX and World Mobile. Again, I'll leave the link to this entire thread down below. For the sake of time, I cannot read every single piece of it, but I'll try to highlight what I think is the most important. So it reads here, it looks like Elon Musk, SpaceX, and the World Mobile team might officially be teaming up to expand on their already existing partnership. Now, he's got a list of images, which I'm going to touch on in just a minute, but going through the text first to really understand what the World Mobile team has said about their mission and what has been publicly made available when it comes to World Mobile utilizing Starlink, which has actually been developed and is backed by SpaceX and Elon Musk. So it states here, number one, Elon Musk has openly stated that through Starlink, right, that though, Starlink is fantastic, it's too slow and expensive to be meaningfully competitive. Well, World Mobile and Elon Musk's Starlink have run a successful pilot bringing fast, affordable internet to remote regions of the United States, or the UK, which again, there's coverage of that down below in some of the graphics. Third, we have World Mobile teaming up with Vodacom, which has over 200 million cellular customers in Africa, to launch a record-breaking world first test scheme of a mobile data aerostat in Mozambique. I've covered this here on the channel extensively with Rob and Clover or Cal. And so I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check out my prior videos if you guys missed the launch of the aerostat. Next, we have the fact that the team was awarded an award for the launch of the aerostat back in Mozambique. And then following that, we have a picture of their CEO, World Mobile CEO, Mickey, Mr. Telecoms, photographing himself at a national security grade invite only SpaceX Starbase. Now, this is located in Texas, and you're going to see how this is going to play into the latter part here of this.
Yeah, you heard him right. It's in Texas. And from what he's saying with Starlink and this mobile world team, these guys are about to take over. And they would have already been further along, but Elon put some of his hardware in the shuttle for Meta or Facebook at the time, and the shuttle blew up, right? They were trying to launch it in Africa for free internet, and surprisingly, allegedly, something happened and the shuttle blew up. So all the hardware that they built is gone. But now they're pushing forward. I think that's the reason why Elon started his own space station. There's a city in Texas called Star Base or Star Town or something where they're actually doing some of the launches, and Elon is in the process of building a launch pad or launching station, whatever you call it, so he can launch his own space station. Instead of going down to Houston, he wants to launch it from West Texas somewhere.
Now, number 6, an aerostat has recently been seen on the SpaceX Starbase again in Texas in the background of a live rocket launch video. I don't think that this was done on purpose, but the community's been watching, right? And they were able to notice an aerostat sitting at the SpaceX Star Base in Texas. Number 7, we've got Mr. Telecoms posting a photo of an aerostat in the air at an undisclosed location. This was about 2 months ago. Now, Mickey made sure not to tell the community where this was at. But again, the community has come together and we're able to piece the puzzle, using Google Street View or Google Maps in addition to the photo that Mickey posted. Now, this big chunk here breaks down exactly how they were able to connect the dots. Again, I'll leave the link to this down below. But then scrolling down to number 9, we have the Worldmobile team confirming an official aerostat launch coming soon. They haven't mentioned whether that's going to be in Africa, the United States, in Europe, or just anywhere else, but they've mentioned a second one coming soon. So in order for them to launch a second one, I would assume that they're doing some sort of testing somewhere where they have the infrastructure to go ahead and do that. And what better place than the SpaceX Starbase? Number 10, we've got Worldmobile already working in 10 plus countries, and they're now looking to get approval as a telecoms provider in California, Nevada, Utah, and Washington. Most recently, we saw the Worldmobile team rolling out their Operation Air Node in Reno, which that actually sold out. And I believe we're waiting for an additional sale. Now, we haven't gotten confirmation, about where that'll be between Worldmobile and SpaceX. Now, again, we've got some of the facts here surrounding the fact that we know that Elon Musk understands and fundamentally believes in blockchain technology, as he stated on multiple occasions. We know that Elon Musk is brave enough to genuinely try and to topple an entire existing industry, which would be, for example, the telecommunications industry. Of course, again, a lot of people are locked out of that. You've got big players like AT&T, Verizon, etc., and they've kind of been hogging a lot of the market share, making it very difficult for somebody like Worldmobile, who's aiming to be decentralized and
So Elon Musk and Starlink and Worldmobile are working on it. And also, if you don't know, Amazon is also working on a phone service. So telecom is about to be in for a serious makeover or a huge battle. So keep that in mind and keep this Cardano ADA in the back of your head as this goes forward.
is aiming to put the power back into the community's hand to tap into that market. Now, Elon has been a breaker of barriers, obviously, with the launch of the Tesla or the Tesla brand, right? He's also launched rockets. So at the very end of this, we now come to some of the visual evidence, right? Which I think is probably the most telling. Again, we've got Mickey Watkins here taking a picture, what is assumed, to be the SpaceX Star Base.
So this is Worldmobile taking pictures with SpaceX, right?
I mean,
Allegedly.
you can see the rocket here, right? In the big words SpaceX. We then have the recent SpaceX launch where there was a rocket launch. And in the background, it's very faint here, but there is a white balloon like object, which appears to be an aerostat. So interesting that somebody was able to pick that up. And just for comparison, we've got the aerostat that was launched in Mozambique. Now, there is going to be an additional picture, which I think proves this theory even further, which I'll share with you guys here in just a minute. So jumping over, we've got some of the articles talking about how Worldmobile has been using Starlink developed by Elon Musk and SpaceX. And so it states here that the Worldmobile community has scaled on Cardano, right, successfully, and that they've conducted their first pilot tests using Starlink's satellite constellation and Worldmobile's infrastructure. So it looks like there's already some sort of connection between the two. In addition, we've got an article which came out in 2022 highlighting the fact that the UK-based communication solution, which is Worldmobile, appears to have successfully piloted one of the first Starlink, in quotes there, it states SpaceX, powered distributed Wi-Fi networks in the UK. Next, we have probably the biggest piece here, right, of the puzzle, which is on the left here, the image of Mickey, where he had highlighted the fact that they are testing an aerostat. We've got palm trees here, right? And then to the right, we've got the SpaceX Star Base located in Boca Chica, Texas, with an eerily similar palm tree. And this is from the parking lot view, right? So again, you've got this palm tree in Mickey's picture. And then you've got this very similar palm tree at the SpaceX Starbase parking lot. So could have Mickey been taking this picture directly from the parking lot, from the sunroof of his car? It appears like that is the case.
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims.
And then in closing, we have Rob, a Worldmobile ambassador, who just posted this about 3 hours ago. So I think this is the most telling piece. We have the Worldmobile team right now in Reno. I posted earlier about the fact that Mickey and the Soper twins, as well as Jeff, a fellow ENO with Cal, aka Clover Notes, are all hanging out together in Reno. But it appears that Rob is somewhere else on a separate mission, potentially hanging out with James Tagg. So again, we have this white aerostat here, no Worldmobile branding. However, someone's taken notice here of the thick legs on the actual aerostat. And in this, again, blurry picture from the aerostat launch, which was done by SpaceX a while back, that same aerostat in that video had a very similar extended leg. Now, again, we've got the flag on the tail, and that is visible here in Rob's picture as well. So again, you do with that what you will, but it does appear that the Worldmobile team is testing on the SpaceX Starbase for another aerostat launch. I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention this again. I think this is by far one of the strongest projects, whether you're in deep pin or out of it.
Yeah, here we go. Partnerships, collaboration, vendors. So Starlink's here, Microsoft's here, Google's here, Altos, Atlas, and pretty much everything but Cardano, but actually mentioning Cardano by name. So let me know what you guys think about it. I'm going to hold you up too long. I just wanted to get this Cardano video out because there's a lot going on. Keep an eye on it. And remember, research it and check it out before you invest in it. Do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice, but I'm definitely buying more Cardano. But I'll let you guys go. Thanks for joining. Thanks for supporting Black Tiger Miner. And let's get back to the money, guys.